Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Nice to meet you. My name is Nīᴄධ. I'm a game master at Escapism in Southington, Connecticut, specifically in Factory Square. And today, I'm here to tell you a little bit about how my life is as a game master. So stay tuned. Question number 1. How long have I been a game master? I've been a game master since September 30th, 2019, which is exactly 1 year and 2 months ago, and some hours and some seconds. Question number 2. Do I have a code name that I go by when I'm game mastering? And if not, what would mine be? I do not have a code name that I go by when I'm game mastering because personally, I think I'm pretty memorable. However, if I did have a name, I think it would probably be something really ridiculous, such as that one guy with the big hair. Question number 3. What was the weirdest experience I've ever had while game mastering? Well, I'll tell you, this is both the weirdest experience and probably my favorite experience while game mastering. I had a group that was playing our room, Do Not Disturb, which is our haunted apartment-based room. Now, this group was very spunky, fun to be around. They were very excited, having a great time. And as they were solving puzzles in the room, they started to sing Ain't No Holla Back Girl. Now, our hint system in that room is something that I write on that appears to that group. So I decided that I would write the next lyric in the song. And they thought I was sending them a hint, so they were like, what is he saying? What is he saying? And when they realized that I was just saying Ain't No Holla Back Girl, they burst into tears and laughed so hard that they almost cried and had a wonderful time. If you're watching this, I hope you're having a great day. Though the runner-up would probably be the time that guy tried to punch a hole through one of our walls. Do I have a favorite phrase to say while game mastering? I guess I technically have a few. You see, when I give rules to the groups that come in, some of what I say might sound a bit ridiculous because I want to make sure that every group is safe no matter what, is having a great time no matter what, and they do not hurt themselves or get into anything that they don't have to get into or aren't supposed to get into. So sometimes rules can sound a bit ridiculous. So I always like to throw in this specific phrase, which usually gives groups a bit of a chuckle because of how outlandish it sounds. So I will go on to say that you don't have to use any physical force in the room, and then I will tell groups, you also do not have to rip our floorboards up, you don't have to pull our wallpaper down, you do not have to climb up anything to dismantle our ceiling, and you do not have to punch any holes in our walls. Usually, that warrants a little bit of a chuckle, because who would do such a thing? People have done it. You'd be surprised. Next question. What is my must-have companion while I'm game mastering? Well, when I'm game mastering, I know that I never go without a drink. Usually, I like to get a chai latte from the coffee shop right around the corner called the Purgatory. However, I also always like to bring a hair tie and a pen that I can click constantly to annoy my coworkers because it calms me down a little bit. Who's my favorite customer? Who deserves a shout out? That's a great question. I have to say, that group I mentioned earlier with the Ain't No Holla Back Girl, I wish I remembered your names. It was a very long time ago. But man, if you're watching, I love you guys. If a customer asks me for a hint, what do I do? Well, I'd say that it depends on the group. I think that no group has the same experience or same type of people as any other group, and therefore every game should be tailored to their personalities. So if I have a group of people who are very shy and they're very nervous, of course I would never make them do a dance or anything like that if they wouldn't want to. They would just have to say, hey, please help. The majority of the time, though, if a group is really struggling, I'll make them yell for it because I think it's fun to hear. So, for example, I'll give them my name and I'll say, if you want a hint, you have to say, Nick, help! And usually they will yell loudly as I want them to, and it's great. Though sometimes I have had groups decide that they wanted to pray for me because I make a joke saying, hey, call out to the escape room gods for a hint, and on occasion, I'll get it. Do I play escape rooms myself, and if yes, how many? I do play escape rooms myself. Not many, so you're going to be a little bit disappointed, but I believe I have played 6 or 7 escape rooms. What is my favorite escape room and why? Well, I know that I haven't really played that many, and obviously I would say that anything at Escapism would be my favorite because I really truly do think that we put together some really beautiful and amazing experiences. But out of the fairness for this competition, I will happily say another place that I've been to. Personally, I heavily enjoyed Before Moonrise at Escape Nᴏᴍɪ. Reason being, this room has to do with a werewolf. Love werewolves, love werewolf movies, always a big interest of mine, so that really piqued my interest. But also, the electronics in the room were super great, lots of moving walls and things like that. So I think it was very fun visually, and I enjoyed how it looked. What do I enjoy most about game mastering, and why? This is a big question because I could honestly say so much stuff about this. But I think the biggest reason as to why I love being a game master so much is being able to kind of see the light bulbs go off in people's heads while they're in rooms, and see the satisfaction on their faces when they finish up, and just see how excited and amazed people are when they're in the rooms and when they finish up. Being able to connect with so many people so quickly and see the gears turning in their heads and see how excited people get really makes my day. It's like I get to see an endless flow of happy people, and in turn it makes me really happy. So I think overall being a game master is incredibly gratifying and just a really amazing and fun experience. Alright everybody, I'm afraid that it's time for a close, so thank you for tuning into my interview. If there's one thing that I would like to close this interview out with, it's just a few tips for people who would like to start playing escape rooms, or even people who already play escape rooms. Tip number 1, look at everything, and I mean everything. Thinking outside of the box and picking things up, looking through everything is going to help you tenfold. And number 2, do your best not to break things. Just try to be gentle. I promise you do not have to pull with the force of 1,000 suns at anything. Overall, thank you all so much for watching, and shout out to Escapism in Southington, Connecticut. Have a wonderful day, everybody.